Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. The story of the Lincoln 1-cent penny from 2009 is one of the most fascinating tales in American coin history. In 2009, the United States Mint decided to celebrate the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the nation. To honor his legacy, they released a special set of Lincoln pennies that were unlike any other coins before them. Collectors and everyday people were amazed when they saw these new designs in their pocket change. Instead of just one design, the Mint created 4 different reverse designs for the penny in that year. Each of these designs told the story of Abraham Lincoln's incredible life journey. The first design showed a log cabin, representing the humble beginnings of Lincoln in Kentucky. The second design displayed Lincoln as a young man reading, showing his thirst for knowledge and self-education. The third design revealed Lincoln as a professional lawyer standing before the Illinois state capitol. The fourth design presented him as the nation's president at the U.S. Capitol, symbolizing his leadership. These 4 reverse designs made the 2009 penny unique and historically important. People began saving them as soon as they noticed the new artwork in circulation. The coins were not just a tribute to Lincoln but also a lesson in history, showing how one man rose from poverty to the presidency. Each design captured a moment of his life, making the coins small pieces of art. While millions of these pennies were made, certain rare varieties became incredibly valuable. Some coins struck with errors or in special mint conditions became highly sought after by collectors. Collectors look for details like doubling, off-center strikes, or even pristine untouched surfaces. These factors can turn an ordinary penny into a treasure worth thousands. Among the 4 designs, some are harder to find in perfect condition. The log cabin design is one of the most popular, reminding Americans of Lincoln's simple beginnings. The young Lincoln reading by a log captures his determination to rise above hardship. The professional Lincoln design symbolizes ambition, hard work, and progress. And the presidency design stands as a reminder of leadership during one of America's most difficult times. Each coin carries a story deeper than its face value of just 1 cent. People who held these coins in 2009 might not have known their future worth. But now, collectors and coin enthusiasts search tirelessly for these special editions. It's not just about owning a coin, but owning a piece of American history. Some of these coins are worth far more than anyone could have imagined. Imagine finding a 2009 penny in your collection that is valued in the thousands. The thrill of discovery makes the hobby of coin collecting exciting for people of all ages. It's incredible how a single penny can hold so much importance. A coin you might overlook could be hiding true value. This is why people carefully check their jars of spare change. The 2009 Lincoln pennies are often found, but special rare ones are extremely hard to locate. Collectors pay a premium when a coin is in flawless, mint state condition. The shine, strike, and lack of wear make a huge difference in value. Some coins from 2009 also came in special sets released by the Mint. These sets were produced with extra care and sharper details. Many collectors try to complete all 4 designs in the best possible condition. Coin dealers often showcase these pennies proudly in their shops. Auction houses have sold rare 2009 pennies for thousands of dollars. The excitement around these coins continues even today. It's not just about the metal, it's about the story behind the coin. When you hold a 2009 Lincoln penny, you hold a tribute to a man who shaped the nation. The beauty of the designs makes them stand out from regular coins. Even beginners in coin collecting often start with the 2009 pennies. Their affordability for common versions and rarity for special ones make them appealing. If you have 2009 pennies, you may want to examine them closely. Because hidden among the millions, some are worth far more than you think, and the most valuable examples of the 2009 Lincoln 1-cent penny have been known to reach a value of $55,000. Top 2. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1963 holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. This penny was produced during a time when the United States was undergoing change and growth. The year 1963 is remembered in American history as both hopeful and tragic. In that same year, the nation lost President John F. Kennedy, marking a painful chapter in history. But before that event, the U.S. Mint was continuing its tradition of making the Lincoln cent. The 1963 penny carried the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. His portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, had already become iconic by then. Lincoln's face had first appeared on the penny in 1909 to honor his 100th birthday. By 1963, Americans were so used to seeing Lincoln on their pennies that it felt timeless. On the reverse of the 1963 penny, the wheat ears design was still in use. This design featured two stalks of wheat on each side. Between them were the words 1 cent and United States of America. The phrase E pluribus unum was placed above the design. This wheat-back design was in use from 1909 until 1958. However, in 1963, the Lincoln Memorial reverse had already taken over since 1959. The 1963 penny proudly displayed the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse side. The memorial design was created by Frank Gasparo. It featured the Grand Monument in Washington, D.C., where Lincoln's statue sits. When you look closely, you can even see a tiny image of the statue inside the memorial. This detail made the design unique and fascinating to collectors. The 1963 penny was struck in large numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark. The Denver mint coins can be identified with a small D below the date. Both versions are common, but special conditions make them valuable. The coin was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition gives it a rich reddish-brown color when freshly struck. Over time, pennies can tone and change colors, which can affect their value. Millions of these coins were produced, making them easy to find in circulation. However, certain rare errors and high-grade examples stand out. Some 1963 pennies were struck slightly off-center. Others displayed doubling on the lettering or the date. Collectors especially look for proof coins from that year. Proof coins were struck with polished dies, giving them a mirror-like surface. These were sold in special sets to collectors. Finding a proof 1963 penny in pristine condition is very desirable. Even regular circulation strikes can be worth much more if in perfect condition. Grading services evaluate coins and assign them a grade. The higher the grade, the greater the value of the coin. Mint State 1963 pennies with sharp details and original luster are the most sought after. It's amazing to think that a coin with a face value of 1 cent could reach incredible prices. Many collectors search through rolls of old pennies to find these hidden gems. Some people discover treasures in jars of coins left untouched for decades. This is part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. The 1963 Lincoln penny is not only a reminder of Abraham Lincoln but also of American history itself. Each coin tells a story that connects us to the past. And among these coins, there are rare examples that command extraordinary value. In fact, the most valuable 1963 Lincoln 1-cent penny has been known to reach a price of $155,000. Top 3. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1976 is a coin that many people have seen but few truly understand. This small copper coin carries a huge story behind it. The year 1976 was a special one in the United States. It marked the bicentennial of American independence, a time of great celebration. All across the country, there were events, parades, and commemorations. Special coins like the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar were released with bicentennial designs. But the penny did not change its design that year. Even without a special reverse, the 1976 penny holds importance. On the obverse, it continued to feature the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The portrait was originally created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. It shows Lincoln facing to the right, with the word Liberty to the left. The date 1976 is clearly placed on the right side. Above Lincoln's head are the famous words "I in God we trust." The reverse of the coin shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design was introduced in 1959 and continued for many years. If you look closely, You can see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. The words United States of America appear above the building. Below it are the words 1 cent, showing the coin's value. The Latin motto E pluribus unum is placed just above the memorial. The 1976 penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition gave the coin a warm reddish color when freshly struck. Over time, many coins turned darker brown due to circulation and age. The Philadelphia Mint produced 1976 pennies without a mint mark. The Denver Mint also struck millions with a small d under the date. The San Francisco Mint made proof coins with an S mark. Billions of these pennies were made, so they are common in circulation. But collectors are always on the lookout for rare and valuable ones. Some errors make these coins worth far more than 1 cent. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, and clipped planchets are examples of rare mistakes. When these errors are combined with excellent condition, the value rises quickly. High-grade examples, especially those never used in circulation, are very desirable. Proof coins with perfect mirror-like surfaces also bring strong prices. Even small differences in luster and sharpness can separate a common coin from a rare treasure. Collectors often send their best coins to grading services for evaluation. Grades like mint state 65 or higher can make a huge difference in value. The excitement of searching for these valuable pennies keeps the hobby alive. Many people still have jars of old coins sitting in their homes. Inside those jars, a rare 1976 penny might be hiding. It's amazing to think that such a tiny coin can carry so much worth. The coin itself connects us to history, reminding us of Lincoln and the bicentennial spirit. People of all ages find joy in collecting these small pieces of history. The Lincoln cent remains one of the most collected coins in the entire world, and among them, the 1976 penny continues to capture attention. Some examples have stunned collectors with their extraordinary value. A coin that was meant to be spent as 1 cent can become a life-changing discovery. And the most valuable 1976 Lincoln 1 cent penny has been known to reach a price of $125,000. Top 4. The Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1980 is a coin that many people still come across today. It looks small and ordinary, yet it carries a big story. The year 1980 was a time of change and new beginnings in America. The nation was stepping into a new decade filled with challenges and hopes. Amid this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the Lincoln cent. On the front side, also called the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's portrait. This portrait was first designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. By 1980, it had already been on the penny for more than 70 years. The words "I in God we trust" appear boldly above Lincoln's head. On the left side of the coin, you find the word Liberty. On the right side, the date 1980 is clearly visible. If the coin was minted in Denver, it has a small letter D under the date. Coins made in Philadelphia carry no mint mark at all. The reverse side of the coin shows the Lincoln Memorial. This design was created by Frank Sparrow and first appeared in 1959. It honors the Great Monument in Washington, D.C., built in memory of Lincoln. Inside the memorial, if you look closely, you can spot the tiny statue of Lincoln. Above the building are the words United States of America. The Latin motto E pluribus unum appears just above the memorial. At the bottom, you see the coin's denomination written as 1 cent. The 1980 penny was made of copper-plated zinc. Before 1982, pennies were still mostly copper, with 95% copper and 5% zinc. This gave the coin a beautiful reddish shine when new. Over time, however, many coins turned brown as they circulated. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of pennies in 1980. The Denver Mint also produced a huge number with the D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint made proof coins with the S mint mark. With such large production, most 1980 pennies are common today. Yet, some rare examples stand out and become valuable treasures. Collectors search for errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. These mistakes happen during the minting process and are highly collectible. Another factor that raises value is the condition of the coin. Uncirculated coins with sharp details and bright luster are worth far more. Proof coins, made with polished dies, have mirror-like surfaces and bring strong prices. Professional grading services assign grades to these coins, often from MS-60 to MS-70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the penny becomes. Some 1980 pennies have been preserved so well that they look brand new even today. Collectors and dealers pay high prices for coins in such condition. Coin rolls, old jars, and family collections still hide many surprises. It is exciting to think a simple coin from 1980 could be worth thousands. For many collectors, finding such a penny feels like striking gold. The Lincoln penny has always been a favorite starting point for new collectors. It is small, simple, and affordable for beginners, yet full of history. The 1980 penny connects us to the past and reminds us of Abraham Lincoln's legacy. Even though billions were made, rare examples remain hidden treasures. Every coin tells a story, and the 1980 penny tells one of change and discovery. It is a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold great value, and the most valuable 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny has been known to reach a price of $100,000. Top 5. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1985 may look like just another ordinary coin in your pocket. But when you take a closer look, this coin reveals a story worth telling. The year 1985 was a time of economic change and cultural growth in the United States. The U.S. Mint continued producing the iconic Lincoln penny that had already been loved for decades. On the obverse side of the coin is the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This portrait was originally designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. By 1985, it had already been in use for 76 years. Lincoln's face looks to the right, with fine details of his beard and expression. The motto "I in God We Trust" appears at the top of the coin. On the left side, you can see the word Liberty clearly written. On the right side, you will notice the date 1985. If the penny was struck in Denver, you will see a small D under the date. If it came from Philadelphia, there will be no mint mark at all. Coins struck in San Francisco for collectors show an S mint mark. On the reverse side, you will find the Lincoln Memorial. This design was created by Frank Gasparo in 1959. The memorial stands tall and majestic in the center of the coin. When viewed carefully, the tiny statue of Lincoln is visible inside the memorial. Above the building are the words United States of America. Below it, the coin proudly shows the denomination 1 cent. Between the words United States and the memorial is the motto E Pluribus Unum. The 1985 penny was made of copper-plated zinc. This composition had been introduced in 1982 to replace the older 95% copper cents. The coin's surface shines with a bright red tone when new. Over the years, many coins have toned to brown or a mix of colors. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of pennies in 1985. The Denver Mint also struck a massive quantity with the D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced proof versions with sharp details for collectors. Although billions were made, certain rare examples are highly valuable. Collectors search for unusual errors on 1985 pennies. Double die errors, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies make coins more desirable. Even small minting mistakes can raise the value of the coin greatly. Condition also plays a very big role in value. Coins that were never used and remain in mint state are the most valuable. Proof coins with mirror-like surfaces are also sought after. Grading services examine these coins and assign them a grade. A higher grade means more value for collectors. Finding a 1985 penny in perfect condition is like finding a treasure. Many people still keep jars of pennies from past decades. Inside those jars, rare and valuable coins may be hiding. Collectors love the challenge of searching through rolls of old pennies. Each coin is examined carefully for any rare signs. The thrill of discovery makes this hobby so exciting. The 1985 Lincoln penny is part of that treasure hunt. It connects us to Lincoln's legacy and American history. It reminds us that even a small coin can carry a big story, and for the lucky few, it can also carry a big value. The most valuable 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny has been known to reach a price of $75,000.